Hello everyone, welcome to the food production class. In this video we are going to discuss about the non-edible display. Okay, as we know, display are usually used in that making the our buffet look appealing or well good. Okay, so there are two types of displays are there: artistic display and food display. Okay, the artistic display where we do the creativity and do the carving of the ice, or it could be a tallow work. Okay, so we do the carving on the vegetables and watermelon. So that is called artistic display, where we place food in that decorative and manner, so it looks so beautiful on that buffet. And second one is food display. There are normal display where we present the food as it is, okay, in their mold. Okay, so first we'll discuss about the ice carving. The ice sculpture is the focal point of any buffet. Whenever we do the ice carving, there is the center of the attraction of point. Okay, because it attracts so difficult and so clear, and we can do many things to the ice while the sculpturing. So that's why the ice carving can be good any shape and size and figure that first. Okay, so that could be a related to particular theme and occasion. What are the essential to do ice carving is, first point is the block ice of ice we are using, it should be a clear. Okay, means there should be neat and clean ice, very crystal clear ice. Okay, we should use to make a ice carve. Graphic template is a clear drawing that should be indicated on the ice carving. Okay, whatever sculpture we are going to do. Okay, so it should be a prepare a outline to the, so that it can take a good texture or we can take a good shape of that. A pair of ice tongs for hurling moving ends of the ice, means we have to have the pair of ice tongs where can move the ice. The ice shaver with a 3/6 prong used to be used, means the ice shaver means who can crush the ice with a little bit. Okay, and don't crack the ice. The ice picker used to split out, we can use the ice picker also, where we can divide the ice in the very low. Hand saw should be removed to large cuts of ice and make a rough outlines. And an electric chainsaw we can use for the making ice sculpture. Okay, salt also you need to require to making ice sculpture. And also a good pair of gloves which is have a metal fingertips with the prevent the accident cause of accident. The best temperature of making ice carving is 20 degree Fahrenheit, 28 Fahrenheit. Okay, then less than. The ice block will melt at the room rate of 1.5 inch per hour at the room temperature. Means if I have a one bigger block, so within a 1 inch to 1.5 means every per hour at the room temperature 1.5 inch will to be loss of the ice. Okay, the chef must be take out regular basis of during work mark the ice scale to making that tempering threads and color and ice maker. The following colored ice maker then also use it for the making a sculpture. So nowadays 3D models can be used as a template to get better overall effect. Okay, once a broken it is difficult to join. Okay, to small pieces of ice, so it is very necessary to do the thing very carefully. And okay, the display of ice carving on the buffet. The carved ice block should be placed in the specially constructed metal pan, and then wooden blocks wider than the base wood. Okay, that should be placed on the carving, the rest equally top of the block. Means whenever we do the sculpture, making the sculpture, we have to be making them block. Okay, we have to be making the pieces, so we can assemble on that. Okay, in the center of the piece. And the colored lights also we can give the magnified effect on that ice carving. Colored also ice can be used in that. So that's how. So ice carving, where we most important point is that what kind of equipment we can use in the ice saver, ice tongs and ice picker, and whatever we sculpture we make, we have to be give the a good outline before we make it. Okay, and try to make it in the blocks, so we can joint in them, assemble them. And remember one thing, we should, whenever we do a work of ice carving, so it need to be controlled on the room temperature, because ice is going to be decreased or it is melt down within a half inch of the block whenever at the room temperature after the 1 hour. So that is all about ice carving. Now we talk about the tallow work. To the tallow work there are required beeswax, paraffin and beet fat. Okay, that's the combination which is used for the tallow work. Tallow work means it's like a thermocol work which is we can easily carve. Okay, because whenever we cook them and we assemble them, it's going to be set up. It's like a gelatin set. So render beef means a lamb or pork fat strained with the multiple layers of cheesecloth and set aside, and melted beeswax, okay, and the paraffin over the medium heat. They combine all the ingredients and stir well, allowed to cool at the room temperature, and the quantity of the fat can be increased if the more pliable and workable, means we can have a smooth surface when we make any kind of work on tallow work. The mixture need, especially if the working is cool. Okay, so the person making the tallow display have a photograph or model to piece to be made, then should be cross-patterned them to theme of the buffet. Mean we have another replica, means it's similar like if you want to make some kind of drawing, okay, to copy them, so we have to we take one sample of that and then we have to make a drawing. Similarly, the tallow work happen or any kind of display happen when we have a any kind of a replica, or we can say that a theme or template, so we can draw on that tallow work on ice scan. That going to be very easy for that to make a very good sculpture. Now that second is the jelly logo, or can say butter margin carving. Okay, so many times margin are used instead of butter because of the higher melting point and being easy to handle than butter, because butter has the melted very easily rather than margin, so we can use as a margin carving. So similar to tallow, the outline is made, okay, and we stuff material just like a wire piece and the aluminum foil, so through the cover them and we gave them a shape to the margin. Okay, so the armature then covered with the margin and they give a final shape. Okay, so ideally work should be done on the over the ice carving and can be reduce the temperature. However, they should be protected from the dirt. Okay, whenever do the that kind of margin and butter carving out in case of jelly logo, so and cool environment should be needed, so that's how we can use the leftover ice which is crushed, so that it can be used on the that. So stallage to create a sculpture, first a good solid metal armature is needed to support the weight of the sculpture. So cover the armature with aluminum foil to create a desired shape and cover the base to form the thin layer of the salt dough. So dry and repeat again. The final detail should be third layer of the dough. The dry and paint with the brown cornstarch dust with the herbs and spices. So basically stallage is the salt dough where we cook a salt and making the in a tough we can say surface of the salt. So after 2-3 layers of dough, we have the tough layer of the salt dough which is when could be a carved. Okay, the basic salt dough sculpture can be prepared of the when we use the 3/4 of cold water, 2 cup of flour and 1 cup of salt, and this can be needed to make a salt pliable dough which can be roast and okay. So next is the sugar craft, we can see the pastelage. Okay, the sugar sculpture is the art of producing artistic centerpiece entirely composed on the sugar and sugar derivatives. Okay, sugar soaps can be composed with several different types of sugar element. The all begin with the cooking the sugar, means ever you seen that when we do the caramel, okay, to make a caramel, so after that we can make a nest, means whenever a melted caramel is there, we threaded in like that way. Okay, we pour in that way, so that become a nest. Okay, and because at the room temperature is going to be a set, so all begin with the cooking of sugar and when to and possibly an acidic agent or non-sugar product to be avoid unwanted crystallization to the hard crack stage. So they are welded together using a gas torch and then sugar is melted and then joined together. So isomlate is widely used to used for the production of sugar-free candy, especially hard-boiled candy. Okay, so if you see in the bakery product, you can see easily found that sugar crafted work in the pastel kind of display are usually used in that product. Element of sugar craft like pulled sugar. The sugar has been cooked and now non-liquid sugar is poured into the silicone rubber mat and the pulled sugar. Okay, so these are the how to be there are product which you can use as a non-edible sugar. I can give the just example when we making the nest, okay, in the caramel nest. So we melted the sugar, okay, and then when become a crystallize, we pour it on the, in that way that become a nest. We can take the threads of the melted sugar. After making the threads, it going to be a set at the room temperature and become a nest, okay. When we pour the sugar, okay, and we can make a sugar bowl like that. When we melted the sugar crystallization, we give in the shape and pour on the bowl, okay. So when we become pour on the bowl and set the room temperature, and when we remove the molds, it become a sugar bowl. So that are the very basic non-displays which are used in the food. The pulled sugar, that has been cooked. Now liquid sugar is poured into the silicone rubber mat. Any coloring is going to be added. The sugar is then folded repeatedly itself until the sugar is while still flexible and cool enough to handle. The sugar is then stretched out and then folded repeatedly, and this process incorporates air into the sugar, and that gives the bright lustrous shine to the pulled sugar. Blown sugar. In blown sugar, the portion of pulled sugar is placed on the rubber pump, which is tipped with the either wood and metal. Pumps are mostly common hand pumps, which is giving the blow, means we pulling the air with the pump into that, okay. And that pump sugar can be giving a shape like an animal, or we can say the flower, okay. The blown sugar cannot be quick cooled by dipping it in the water. The chef must use the fan or cooler to cool down that. Cast sugar. In this technique, sugar is poured into the mold, and this technique produces the more steady pieces of pulled down and blown sugar. The pastel is a strengthened paste which is recommended for the creating sculpture, okay, as a building, a box and mold, okay. It is very strong and hardened when dry. The pastel packet, earlier we sold as a saltage paste, okay. So that is similar like making a salt. Earlier we talk about the salt dough, is like making a sugar dough, which you can say. Paste is a packed sugar compound similar to the gum paste, okay. However, the paste can be created using the confectionery sugar and water and gelatin. So that was the sugar craft. Now we talk about the chocolate moldings, which is used as a display and the buffet. But tempering, the chocolate tempering means when we melted the chocolate, okay. This is all about when we give the heat to the temperature and cool down at a room temperature. So that chocolate must be known to how to temper chocolate properly. Different application or temper of chocolate desired the characteristic. So chocolate contains cocoa butter which is crystallized during the heat treatment of melting and tempering chocolate. That the crystal formation in chocolate can be affect many different attributes to the chocolate. Now the second is molding. Molding is a design technique used for making chocolate pieces that are certain shape of taking liquid chocolate and pouring into a special shape. So that called a molding, which is you do in that your practical class when you have the special mold. When we do the tempering, okay, sugar chocolate get melted and be again set up in the different shapes, which is, it could be heart, it could be a fruit shape, okay. The sculpture is the type of the three dimension of artwork, and in the case of chocolate, it involves only chocolate to create a piece of artwork, means making a sculpture through the chocolate, okay, with a chocolate bag, chocolate box, and could be that. The sculpture may involve mold and pieces of chocolate decorating the piece, which is design on chocolate. So that's are the chocolate displays. The fruit and vegetables carving. The origin of that art is believed to be Oriental, but means when we, especially very popular, we do the fruit and vegetable carving with giving the different shape, okay, okay, bird shape or heart shape or any. So the origin is especially that mentioned the Oriental means the Asian, especially from Chinese and Asian countries, East Asian countries. Vegetable carving, the heart of the carving vegetable is to form beautiful objects such as flower and birds, okay, with the shape of with the help of knives and the carving knife. So the natural composition of fruit and vegetable may be used to, it is best to give the color and texture to the carving, okay. There's an example like melon has a dark green skin, then has the lighter color thick skin. So that is the combination gives a better look to the vegetable carving. Thermocol is like the styrofoam is that is the element of that. The styrofoam is the interesting that can be used to create variety of craft and decoration. And the templates means we have to cut it the thermocol and there are own means our own design, and when we put it the color and giving the sparkling on that and make it on buffet, so that give you the nice display. These are all the non-edible and food displays, which is the artistic display and food display. Okay, so this is used in the for the decoration of the buffet. Thank you guys.